This demonstration shows how to install and use the ThedaCare remote desktop from a home computer. This remote access will allow us to virtually conduct your new employee orientation on Monday from home. Getting into the remote desktop requires that you have a ThedaCare network ID and password. So this information will be sent to your home email using an encrypted email prior to new member orientation. Please view the video link that I send, which is how to open an encrypted email before you try to install your ThedaCare remote desktop. I'm going to briefly describe the 3 steps, and then we'll give you a demonstration using my own home computer to do this. So to install the remote desktop, you're going to need to enter into your internet browser, whether it's Chrome or Internet Explorer, doesn't matter, connect.thedacare.org. Once you do that, you're going to sign in using your ThedaCare network login and a temporary password that has been assigned to you. You will then be prompted to change that temporary password to a permanent password. Then you will download the Citrix program. For most of you, that will be it. There may be a few of you that you might get the prompt to restart a computer, but if in the event that happens, all you would do is repeat steps 1 and 2 once you restarted it, except on step 2, you would use your new password and not the temporary password. So you're now viewing my home screen, and what you'll see is I have my Gmail open, and I received an encrypted message from Chad Plowman that had my ID and my temporary password. So when I opened it, what I found in there was, in fact, my username is also my network access ID. It's typically your first, middle, last initial with your month and day of birthday. This one's just set up as a temporary one for me, so it looks a little different. As well, you'll be given a temporary network password that's just a random generated password. This is the one that you're going to have to change into a permanent password. When you receive your encrypted email, there will also be more information than this, and it will give you all the rules for what is needed to create a valid password. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to go up to my computer and I'm going to open up a new window. And in that new window, I'm going to type connect.thedacare.org. Mine autofills because I've been in there before. And this is that screen that I'm telling you that you will use now, your encrypted information that is sent to you in an email. I'm just going to take out my normal information and use my fake account. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up my encrypted message. If that seems too difficult for you, just make sure that before you start this, you've written down on a piece of paper these 2 pieces of information, and then you can just type it in manually. I'm actually going to just cut and paste. I'm going to go back to that screen, and I'm going to paste my username. I'm going to go back to the encrypted message, and I'm going to copy and paste my temporary password. Again, if you don't want to keep going back and forth, you can just stay on this page and type it in by hand. So now I'm going to log in. And when I hit login, you'll see this message that says your password expired. That means your temporary password. This is now when you're going to create your own unique password that fulfills all the rules that are laid out on that encrypted message. So I typed it in. I'm going to go submit. And now it's going to ask me to confirm that same password. And so now I typed the exact same password in again, and I'm going to hit submit. I know I was successful because now I'm on to the ThedaCare desktop. You can save and update the password. I'm just going to say no thanks because this isn't my real account, but you could say update the password and then If you come in it again and go out of it, it's already saved your password and it will autofill for you. So that's probably going to be the hardest part of this whole thing for you. If you type in, when you confirm your password, if you have a typo or do a wrong keystroke and it says, nope, that's not the same confirmed password, you can redo that a couple of different times, but if you try over 3 times, ultimately you get locked out. So be sure that before you confirm or update your password, you have it written down and you know exactly the password you want so that you don't run into that mistake. So now I'm viewing my desktop and I need to do one last step, which is to download the Citrix workspace. So I click here, and what I will get is this menu that looks imposing, but it's really not. If you do not have a Mac computer, you're going to select the Citrix workspace for Windows. If you happen to have a Mac computer, you would actually choose the workspace app for Mac instead of this Windows one. So I'm going to go ahead and select this. And I'm going to download the Citrix workspace. You can see that mine's downloading down here. That's why you don't see anything. It's probably going to take about a minute to download. I can tell mine stopped downloading because the clock stopped ticking down there, so I'm going to go ahead and open up. For some of you, your computer just might automatically open that up. What you don't see is on my screen right now, I just got a dialog box that says, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? And you're going to say yes, so I'm clicking that right now, and that will prompt you to the wizard to install it. So you just hit start, you have to accept the license agreement, you click next, you enable the app protection, you install, and again, this will probably, depending on your internet speed and your computer, it might take a minute or so. It has finished installing, so I'm just going to click finish. I'm not going to add account. I just have to click finish. And that's it. So now what you'll do is you will just click out here of this window, which was the install window. And now I'm back at my ThedaCare storefront that has the remote desktop. So I'm going to click into it. And what you can see happening down here is it's opening up. Again, I just have a reduced Windows. Yours might pop right up. I just have to open mine. And this is how you can tell the remote desktop is opening because it says that it's connecting. You'll see it run through its program. You will say permit use. I always click the don't ask me again. So now you can say, yep, permit the use. And it's just taking a little bit to load. And now this is your TAPS menu, and you are officially in to the ThedaCare network. So your home computer has now just essentially become a ThedaCare computer for all practical purposes. So that's it. You will have to be able to do this in order for you to complete the rest of your virtual orientation. And on Monday, we will take you through exactly how to do that.